Good morning and hello, sir.
What's going on, guys? And I am Greek, but I actually don't really love olives. To answer that question, I think you were going to ask me.
Yeah. Have you ever had your color done?
I'm not sure what that means.
We just had influencer in here, and she told everybody what color they should wear in order to look their best.
I have to tell you something. Because this is it's not a great thing to say out loud on a sports radio show. I say it on my show. I really like men's fashion, and I have thought about this topic. I bleep you not. I can actually send text messages I've sent to my wife this week where I am considering now only wearing because I want to get a new sports coat, right?
Yeah.
And because I have a couple that I don't like anymore. I think a man needs to have like 2 or 3 sports coats, right? That he really likes that you can alternate or whatever. And I'm trying to decide what color I want to get, and I think I really only want to wear like 3 or 4 colors for the rest of my life. I saw an Instagram video. Giorgio Armani just passed away, right?
Yeah.
I saw an Instagram video of Giorgio Armani, and he's talking, and he says, whenever I'm looking to get dressed in the morning, I always default to wearing something blue.
Huh.
And he goes, the reason why is because I look good in blue. So I was thinking, what colors do I look good in? I think I've identified those colors, and I don't think I'm straying from those colors for the rest of my life.
Well, what are they?
Well, I have dark skin, I have dark eyes, I have a beard, so I have dark complexion, so earth tones, like browns.
That would be in autumn.
Yeah,
you're nailing it.
That's for autumn. I guess like in the summer I could wear like light blue, but
No. You're in autumn year round.
yeah, I think that's 100% right.
Yeah.
So but also I think I can pull off like emeralds and sapphire blue stuff. So like my wedding jacket was emerald green. I thought it looked great. The jacket that I wore at my reception. So I would say earth tones and then like emerald and like sea blue, anything that's in the earth palette, I think that looks best on me.
Well, I'll put you with my boy Quazzo. Hook you up with a nice suit.
I would like to talk to him, seriously, because I went to an Italian place by here. They wanted to charge me $2,000.
No. And Kostos, the athletic suits, the way to go. I don't like the short where they hug your balls and your thighs.
What do you mean an athletic suit? What does that mean?
That means it's that stretchy material. You feel comfortable. You're breathable.
Yeah.
So
you know what we
look
need
good
to do?
and
No, Ricky. No, you know what we need to do?
I'm trying to help you out, brother.
No, I don't need it.
Are you sure?
Well, we need to. I think so. I could be wrong. What we got it like. Everyone wants to get away from like the classic style of menswear. Like you know what the most offensive thing to me is? It's not. Like, there are things that are more offensive, but what's very offensive to me is the guy that wears sneakers with a suit. I think it's the worst possible look in the history of looks. It's horrible.
Very popular now, though, like the black sneakers.
Wiggy likes doing a sneaker with a
But
listen,
but
like,
it's not.
Wiggy's
It's not
great
about
guy. It's a horrible look. I'm sorry.
No. See, here's the problem: is you don't know enough about fashion. It's not about the sneaker. It's if you just talked about Versace. If you got a nice Versace casual sneaker to go with a suit, or a Prada shoe, that's the difference. See,
in the summer, if you're going outdoors in like a linen suit, then yes. Otherwise, like, why can't you put like a pair of nice shoes or a pair of loafers on?
You're from New York. We wear Timbs in the summer, so stop it.
Courtney, do you agree with me?
Yeah, I like to do and people are going to hate this, I like the no sock look with a loafer.
Well,
show the ankles.
I wouldn't do that with a suit, but I have that look. I do wear that look a lot.
It's a good one.
Nick, text for you that says maybe you should focus on giving us a couple winners this week.
I could do that. Is that a real text, or is that just like content created from the mind of Greg Hill?
No, it's
because that sounded to me like let me say this here as a way to like take a jab at Nick, which is fine. You should just do that.
That's to Greg's credit. Actual 781 text, Nick.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. A nice Massachusetts area code. Thank you.
Wiggy is calling this a must-win for the Patriots Sunday.
I mean, I guess. So what do you guys think is going to happen? I'll give my opinion. What do you guys think?
I think they're going to win, but I think it's actually going to be close, and that worries me. I would rather see Drake May perform well and nobody gets hurt and them win rather than absolutely crush them, and it's just because Miami stinks.
Well, I think you obviously want to get the win here. I lean towards the Patriots. It's worth noting the betting market this morning is moving towards Miami. So Miami right now is a 2.5-point home favorite. This is like the cluster F game of total epic proportion, where like the Patriots looked bad last weekend against the Raiders, but like they didn't quit, and I don't think they hate their coach. And Wiggy, you can answer this question. Have you ever heard of, like, you played at the highest level, you wanted a championship. Have you ever heard of an NFL team having a players-only meeting after the first week of the season? Or, like, any sport team after the first game of the season having a players-only meeting?
Not the first week, but I've been a part of players-only meetings.
Yeah, but it was long. I mean, Nick is spot on.
Yeah, it's usually...
They can't stand him.
No. It's usually midway through the season after some things are going on, and you want to get in there and try to rally the troops. But the first week tells me like, oh yeah, they think this guy is an absolute buffoon.
Yeah, so I don't think there's any question about it. And Miami's down maybe their best corner, who's a great name, Darkwing's nephew, Storm Duck. They're down the entire right side of their offensive line, James Daniels and Austin Jackson, and yet they're getting bad. I think one of the reasons why, and we talked about this last week, and it really did manifest itself, right? Like Christian Gonzalez didn't play last week. He's their best corner. Carlton Davis is a boom. He's a really nice number 2. I don't like him as a number 1, and he could get shredded by Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle in this game. And Gonzalez, it feels like, is going to miss this game as well. Oh. Harold Landry's banged up. So, look, if you made me bet the game, I'd bet the Patriots, but I don't have a ton of confidence when it comes to predicting the winner of this one.
Chiefs-Eagles?
So I like the over. Kansas City's defense last Friday night against the Chargers was alarming. Like, the pass defense was very poor. And that's not to take away from the game that Justin Herbert had. Like, he was magnificent. But I think we're used to seeing better from the Kansas City Chiefs defense. And if Quentin Johnston and Keenan Allen can do what they did last Friday night, now here's A.J. Brown, who's the ultimate squeaky wheel, who had 1 catch for 8 yards in the season opener against the Cowboys, and Devontae Smith. And on the flip side, and I said this all summer, and this is not to say, guys, that the Eagles are bad. I still think, even with what Green Bay did last night, the Eagles are the most likely team to represent the NFC in Super Bowl 60. Their secondary's not very good. Adoree Jackson's been toast for years, and like we all watched him last Thursday night get burnt repeatedly. They were talking about it on the broadcast by Cowboys receivers, and Eagles defensive coordinator Vic Fangio comes out 2 days ago and goes, Adoree Jackson's going to start for us this weekend. Like, does anyone think that's a problem, that he's that bad and he's the best option?
Well, it might be a problem, Nick, but he is also all going up against Hollywood Brown this week compared to George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb.
Okay, how did Hollywood Brown play on Friday night?
Well, yeah, it's because he got like 16 targets.
Okay, but what do you think's going to happen on Sunday?
Fair. I get, yeah, I mean, maybe, but I just...
Fair or maybe? Which one?
I don't know. I don't think the Chiefs' offense looks all that good. It really looked very clunky and disorganized.
Which defense?
No, the Chiefs' offense. And so, like, I understand that the Philly secondary isn't great, but the pass rush they're going to be able to get in a game that Jalen Carter actually plays, I think will kind of offset.
Are we interviewing you in the segment, or am I getting?
No, I was just throwing out a counter because because you were on one side, so I was just throwing out a counter, seeing if you had something to come back with. That's all, you know.
Well, I mean, listen,
have a conversation, my friend.
Yeah, the Chiefs' offense was. I thought it was okay. Also, you know, like Travis Kelce, like, cross-checked his own teammate and knocked him out like 3 plays. Can we get
That's true.
You know what? Like, I'm so good. Like, he can do the podcasts, and I don't care about his relations at all. I don't care. Like, he can do the podcasts, and like the ridiculous GQ cover shoot where he looks like Razor Ramon. Like, it's ridiculous. It's pretentious beyond, and I'm pretentious, and this is too pretentious. Like, you can get away with that stuff when you're catching passes and not injuring your teammates because your head's not in the game. I'd like to see a better performance.
Would make me believe that you do care.
Well, I care because it lost me money.
Oh, well.
But do I care that he's with Taylor Swift? Like, I don't. I actually think they're kind of cool. Like, I don't mind them at all. But, like, you can't do all that stuff and then be a curtain jerking slappy jabroni on the field, and that's what he was last week. And he said it. He said it.
Nick, I think Patrick Mahomes is still the best quarterback in the NFL. It's not a hot take. But the last 2 regular seasons.
Strong agree.
And this year, if that is anybody else, if it's Aaron Rodgers, if it's Peyton Manning, if it's Tom Brady, there is at least some simmering conversation about why things have not remained so great. Why do you think Mahomes avoids that?
Well, I think that he's, you know, you use some really good, like, names there, like Rodgers and Peyton. Like, he's Brady. And I'm not saying he's as good as Brady.
Right.
But he's thought of in the way that Brady's thought of. And Brady was thought of on a different level than those other guys. So you're willing to give more leash to Tom Brady. You're willing to give more leash to Patrick Mahomes. And for what it's worth, and Brady had that insane streak of consecutive AFC championship games, like, this is a crazy stat. Has Patrick Mahomes started a year for the Kansas City Chiefs? Yes. In that year, have they made the AFC Championship game? Yes. Every single year, they've gone to at least Championship Sunday.
And overtime in Championship Sunday.
Well, then, yes, they wanted the loss against the Patriots, the first one, shout out to D Ford, and then losing to the Bengals in an insane fashion the second time. Yeah. So I think a lot of people, Curtis, like me, maybe this is the year that the Chiefs fall off, and they could get blitzed on Sunday. It could happen. It happened in the Super Bowl. I'd like to see it before I believe it, and I kind of felt that way watching the Patriots in their heyday as well.
Nick, can my guy Mac Jones lead the Niners to a win?
Mac Jones. I'm worried about Mac Jones this weekend because it's not just that, obviously, he's not very good. It's also that I think the Niners might not stink. The head coach is too good for them to stink. Trent Williams, who's a first ballot Hall of Fame left tackle, got beaten like a drum last week by Maye and the Seattle Seahawks front. The offensive line did not play well. I don't think this defense, this is not like the Monstars that it's been in the past for San Francisco. George Kittle's on IR. Jawan Jennings hasn't practiced this week. It might be Mac Jones with Ricky Pearsall and Christian McCaffrey, and that's it. I would actually, if I had to bet the game, I would take the points with the Saints, who I thought played way better than expected last week. And Spencer Rattler actually looked like a functional NFL quarterback. Not that he's great, but last year he looked unplayable. So I think Kellen Moore did a nice job with him this offseason. Lean for me towards the Saints, probably not a game I'll be betting.
All right, Nick Kostos, as always, thank you for taking the time. We appreciate it greatly.